It was a historic discovery involving George Washington near Fort Ligonier.
Historians and archaeologists alike have finally found the location of Washington's last major military engagement of the French and Indian War, an engagement that almost killed the young military officer.
KDKA's DeRose has more on the story that's waited almost 270 years to be told.
You think you may know some of the history of the French and Indian War and even of Fort Ligonier, but it's what's been found 2 miles away from the fort that's shedding new light on the conflict and on a man named George Washington. At Fort Ligonier on Friday, excitement was in the air as they unveiled a new exhibit and talked about the ongoing archaeological work surrounding what is called George Washington's friendly fire incident that happened near the fort on November 12, 1758. Matt Galt, the director of education for Fort Ligonier, says that Washington himself wrote in his later years that this incident was the most dangerous of his military career.
The friendly fire incident is two groups of Virginians who mistake each other in the woods. And Washington with his troops and Colonel George Mercer and his, when they collide, they don't realize it's friendly fire. And then whenever they finally do, Washington writes that he moves down the line, knocking up muskets out of the way, yelling for a ceasefire.
In all, some 40 soldiers were killed or went missing. Washington would resign his military commission not long after this, and as time went on, this mishap of a battle was largely forgotten. But just a few years ago, Dr. Jonathan Burns and a team of archaeologists and historians were able to accurately pinpoint the location of this historic incident on several acres of private property in Ligonier. And with the landowner's permission, digging soon began, and it continues to this day, with searchers finding bullets, buckles, and buttons, along with other items that are now on display at the new Friendly Fire exhibit at Fort Ligonier.
This is extremely nationally significant. It's not only got a historic event, it's got a historic individual. It doesn't get any more significant than George Washington here in this country. And then the third aspect of significance that it hit was its potential to tell us more about history that we did not know through archaeology.
Now, if you'd like more information on this friendly fire incident, you can visit their new exhibit here at the Fort Ligonier Museum. And we, of course, are going to have more information on this story on our website, KDKA.com. But for now, reporting at Fort Ligonier, Westmoreland County, DeRose, KDKA-TV News.